In this video, I want to show you some coloring pages that I am building inside of the Self-Publishing Titans new coloring book maker. So what happens is they have created, or what you get is when you pick up this tool is a coloring book maker. It's sort of a slimmed down version of Canva, and they give you how to use the coloring book maker tool instruction guide. And you can see it's very simple. It's all drag and drop. Again, it's very Canva-like. When you go through the instructions, you'll see how easy it is. And also in this video, I'm going to show you how it works by simply going back and going in and creating, or just dragging and dropping and showing you how it works. First off, you have all the images and you can search. Here you can see it comes up with dragons. I can type in cat and I can search for cat. Anything that has been marked with cat will show up, and then I simply just click on the cat that I want and it drops it in, and then I resize it, and then I can change the position. And then what I can do is I can move to categories if I don't know what I'm searching for. Then you can see animal words. So here you have a list of words of animals. Then you can come over here, then you have the animals themselves. So I could add another animal in here to go with my cat. For example, if I wanted to add a dog, I could find a dog that sort of matches that same kind of cat that I have here, and I could click him, and then he would be dropped in right there, and I would have a dog and a cat to start creating some type of coloring page, thinking of what I want. Also, there is an option, again, just like Canva, I can flip, so I could flip the dog, and he could be looking at the cat more like that, and then of course I can move him around. Then I go back into my categories, and again, I'm inside of animals, and at any point I can just collapse that or uncollapse it and go back in, and then I have building houses, flowers, landscapes. So if I wanted to put them in a landscape here, I could click landscape, and now that landscape shows up, and then you can see my dog and cat are behind the landscape. So I simply center that, then I come over to layers and I send that to the back. And now here's my dog and here is my cat. And I can simply resize this to make it make sense. Maybe the cat is over here by the rock, and then the dog is here. And again, resize the dog. So the dog and the cat are playing out here. And again, I could bring this over and flip this. And then the dog is over here. And again, resize him a little bit, and the cat is over here next to the tree. So now the dog and the cat are outside playing. And again, landscapes, maybe I could come over to flowers here, and I could pick a flower and add a flower in over here, because maybe they're out to smell the flowers or take a look at the flowers. Also, at any point you can click here or right click on your mouse and you can copy that, and then you can paste it. So then I can have multiple flowers, and you can see now that they're playing around in the flowers. And then at any point, if I want to download it, I simply click the download button and it downloads the PDF. Then I can open that PDF, and you can see that now I've downloaded my entire book. Because if you go back to the editor, you can see here that I have named this up here car and house painting, because that was the first page in my book. Then I created this second page. So again, I'm creating a book, and then I created the dogs and the cat out smelling the flowers next to the tree and the rocks. And again, go back, I have my car outside my house, and I have this sort of flower and stars and bubble or cloud, and then I have this one that I created here. So it's creating a book at that point. But it's just that simple to go in here and create. Of course, I could create a new page, and if I wanted to, I could add some text. And here, you simply just add some text, and then you have the ability to do things like add effects, hollow, splice, neon. Again, very much just like inside of Canva. Add a new page. There's also the ability here to draw. So then you could draw if you have that ability, which I really don't have the ability to draw, but you can see the stroke size here. You can change that, so then you can make whatever you want with the drawer. You can also upload your own images. So if you click and you want to upload something, In this example, I'll go ahead and I'll upload my pirate image. And again, you can add that image. You can see here it's on the same page with my draw a happy face. Of course, if you want to delete that, you can simply just delete it by clicking on it, highlighting it, or you can click on it and then you have the little trash can over here. Well, that deleted the image that I had added. Of course, if you want to undo, there's redo and undo down here, and I can just go ahead and click that and undo that, anything that I had done, or move it through and redo it. But you can see it is simply drag and drop at that point, and it creates the book. There's also a duplicate, so if you want to duplicate that, that is like the copy and paste. You can also come down here and delete the scene. You can click here, and you can also duplicate the scene, which will duplicate the page that you can see right there. So again, drag and drop. There's a zoom feature. If you click here, it also pops up a new feature or a new menu bar. Use the Alt key to move around the page. Press and hold the Alt key to move the page around when zoomed. So you can close that. Then once you do that, again, you can zoom it in and out. You can say, don't show that message again, and close it. And then you can move this zoom in and zoom out, and then hit this and it'll go back to full page. Again, the power here is when you create a new page is to go under the categories. You can see the list of categories: animal words, animals. They say at this point, at this time of recording this video, March 13th, 2023, there are about 5,000 different elements. So you can see here they have motivational words, they have dinosaurs, they have dragons, different types of animals, apes, monkeys, armadillos. Again, if you go back to search, you type in a word, and then again here for mouse, you can see that it's bringing up a list of mice, but it's also bringing up elements that you would consider part of the mouse category. For example here, the element that shows the mouse hole in the wall. Again, you just simply click on the mouse when you want him in, and he drops in, and then he or she becomes part of your coloring page. There's also a cool feature here to report a bug. You simply click there, it brings up a Google form, you fill it out, and that submits sort of a support ticket. And then they also have a feature request. Again, upgrade request, it's a Google form. It is basically their support forms where they're going to take a request. Here's one for new coloring element request. And you can see there another form to request new coloring elements. And you can see here they want to continue growing the coloring elements collections because they want you to be able to create all the things that you want to create when you're creating coloring books. There's also an opacity feature here, so you can raise and lower the opacity. And then other options that you see here, you can center the image, you can left align, you can right align, and then you can align it all the different ways by clicking the button there. So you have the align, you also again have the layers, bring the front, send the back. You can also lock that so then you can't move it. So once that's locked, it won't move. And when you click another element, it adds that element, and then that element is unlocked. So then you can move that around, but then the element here won't move. So you can then adjust the other elements around that element, and that element stays static. And with that, we'll go back to categories again, and you can see all the categories they currently have. And this is the coloring book maker from Self-Publishing Titans. There is a link in the description to pick this up. It is really cool. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. I'll talk to you later. Bye.